Well, it's Tuesday.
It is.
And we're still showing you some brass engines. Last week we started with a powerhouse engine
One I hadn't seen before.
by Oriental Limited. Well, all this stuff's been yonder in said attic for years, and before that it was in boxes. And we thought, well, we don't have an HO railroad, we don't have any way, but we do have a display case now.
Right.
We did those shows on display cases, and we've got a brand new mahogany display case over there with nothing in it. So we're going to put stuff in it.
Right.
So we dug some stuff out. We thought, in the meantime, we'll show it to you guys. This week, we're showing you a Sunset Models C16.
A C16. Cool.
Wow. Now, Sunset Models, as brass engines go, were kind of the, dare I say, the low end. They were a little bit less money. They didn't run quite as well, and blah, 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 blah. But later on, they became, I think, just as nice as anything. And this, I think, is one of their absolute nicest models. It's a narrow gauge.
Wow.
And
Oh, it's little.
it's little because it's just a little HOn3.
So I'm seeing these for the first time myself, too. That's how hidden
Again,
they've been.
all of these are leftovers
Oh!
from the old, and this is off the 3-foot gauge.
Oh, my goodness.
And I've always just loved C16s like the 223, and this could
That's
easily be
darling.
the 223. The 223 is a Grant as opposed to a Baldwin, but
Yeah, we could try to sit it on.
I'm going to
the
set it
track.
on the standard
It
gauge
doesn't
track because the
fit.
narrow gauge, I'm not sure if that
Can you
will.
see it? Yeah.
Well, it'll show up in the picture. The standard gauge is kind of in front of it.
Okay.
So there it is on the narrow gauge track, and then the tender. But C16s are just such neat, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little.
Well, I know it's
locomotives.
against railroad protocol, but I'm saying that's stinking cute.
You have my permission because
Whoa.
it is. Because
That
it
is just, that's my idea of a little train.
Isn't
right
that
there.
just nifty? Now this is the same one we've got in half-inch scale, the Delton that we did the show on. But there it is in HOn3.
Look at the detail on that.
Well, there's the thing. I mean, Sunset had this reputation of being this kind of lesser than, but it's something I think that they grew out of at a certain point in time. And this, I would say, is as good
perfect.
and as nice and wonderful as anything you're going to see.
Wow, that is just adorable.
Yep. It'd be nice to, I love seeing them in brass because you can really enjoy the craftsmanship.
Right, it's...
And for displaying them like we're going to be doing, it's fine, I think, to just keep them in the brass. But to put electronics and sound and paint job and everything and run it on a railroad would be a whole other option. I never ran this. I bought it, and it was right at the very end of my railroad. And it's never been turned on. I've never actually run the thing. I mean, there it sits.
That is just adorable.
Isn't that wonderful?
Really cute.
So then we've got Doug Jolly's HOn3,
And the story
which
behind that.
I did run on the railroad, and this was going to pull Doug Jolly's, but it doesn't have a coupler. It doesn't have, like I say, it's never had power to it. It's
Oh my
still
goodness.
brand new.
Yeah, it is.
And there it is. So we'll put it in the display case for the time being, and maybe someday we'll run it, and maybe we'll just look at it. And in the meantime,
stare at it.
What beautiful craftsmanship.
It is. It's. I've always said these little trains to me look like pieces of jewelry, and that one...
Well, and brass engines literally are.
They've got gold.
They're made the same way that you would make jewelry.
Exactly.
All one at a time, all hand constructed in very, very limited runs, which is why they were so insanely expensive and still are.
Right.
I will say, for people who are looking at collecting something like brass engines, the market's never been better to start. Because an engine like this might have set you back, I don't even... $500 or something, but in 1970s money, that was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money.
And today you could pick it up for not much more than that in today's monies. The market has just kind of gone away because a lot of people aren't doing brass anymore, and a lot of the great collectors have passed on, sadly. Anyway, there it is. I think that's one of my favorite brass engines in the whole collection.
Mine too.
Just teeny, beautiful jewelry, like, as you say, stinking cute.
It's stinking cute.
Stinking cute. And we'll stand by that statement. Well, if you haven't been over the channel, pop over to the channel, and if you're not a subscriber, here comes your blue opportunity, the blue button. Are we ready? Zoink! The blue button right there. Well, we're not sure how you found this movie on the internet, and we hope you didn't find it boring. And we will see you here on Sunday when we go drive around and find some nonsense to do that.
Oh boy.
Do that.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.